Let's get this fired up and full screened. And let's get my chat open. As I do. It's annoying because I have to go live before I can actually pull up the chat properly on my phone. Unfortunately. Hello, Favorian, my beautiful, wonderful wife. You were in real quick this time. There we go. Can you hear game sound? Maybe. Okay, 1 second. Baby Shaddy. Well, that's okay. Okay. Let's launch in. Oh. Frozen Ilium. Okay. Oh. So this is one of the DLC areas that I'm in today. Although I will be leaving this area shortly. I just came here with Ram yesterday to help him farm some sunlight metals. But for now, I have one less Dark Abyss that I need to get. And to get there, I believe Shaded Runes is the easiest way to get there. Although I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Oh, hallelujah. I got the eye as well. That makes it so you can actually see these guys and lock onto them. Which makes this area a whole lot easier to deal with. You can hear? Perfect. I figured you would be able to, but you're never quite sure with this, you know? Well, I got a lot of souls on me to be wandering around here. We'll go to Mishula first. Okay. Readjust my headset. There we go. Also reminds me, it's not here, it's here, it is here. The Black Witch's Staff. I'm curious about this, only because it lets me do miracles and hexes. Did I put those in this chest too? Maybe I did. Weakness souls along the way, did they? There's a lot of like sacred chime spell hexes that I'm very curious about using. Which I would need to... I don't really have the faith requirement for, but let's do this first. Maybe one more. If I do have a Sublime Bone Dust I need to burn. I'll do that before I forget too. Yes. Okay. Well, yes, back to Pip. I love him dearly.
There until.
Okay. Now I need to go. I need to get the weapon out of the chest. Then I can see what it costs to upgrade it. If it's Twinkling Titanite, that's a bit of an annoyance. Because I don't have a lot of that. But if it's not that... maybe we can get something a little bit more creative. That way. Okay. I mean, yeah, that was all the arrows. Let's see here. I'm not going to use any of the fires. To be honest, none of those are actually worth really using. I remembered what I had to do. On Catalyst, that can go in there, and we're going to pull this out. So for going a hex build, we should really also consider using chimes. And as this is both of them, it does make it the best to consider using. And it just takes normal Titanite. 100% going to upgrade this all the way.
I'll be around.
Because then we can compare it in kind of a one-to-one.
Well. Visit me again, whenever you please.
Okay. Reinforce.
I'll be around.
Don't have enough souls to finish reinforcing it. But let's take a look to see how that kind of compares with a bit more upgrading onto it. Oh, it does a whole lot more of everything kind of damage. I mean, 150, like, it flat out, that's more damage across the board. I mean, kind of generally speaking across the board, it's a better item. Generally speaking. How much slower is it? Not a real noticeable difference, to be honest. Yeah, not a real noticeable difference. I think we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out, but I do need more souls, which means we need to do some trading. Which means we need to do this with a little bit of fine-tooth comb. Okay. Parrying dagger 6. I might still use it. We're not gonna use Bandit Knight. We're not gonna use Fire Longsword, Broadsword, Bash. Okay. Or that one. Or that. We're gonna hold on to the Avalanche because I could see us using that. Witch tree staff back. We really have no reason to hold on to that anymore. We should hold on to both of those, though. We're not going to use the Parma. We may still use Drangleic shield, but we're not going to use either of those. Yeah, we'll hold on to the Hexer's Robe. Travel to Gavlon. We should be able to trade there. We still got a decent roll. Streamlabs, just let me know that I was lying. Thank you, Streamcord. I think it's its actual name. Okay. Yeah, it does decent. It's not even fully upgraded, so I will accept that. Okay, let's see. The bandit's knife, fire longsword, longsword, broadsword. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay. I mean, none of these are really going to be worth like a ton, but they're worth enough of something that it should be enough to kind of help me finish upgrading these. I got some things like this, so like I have 2 life rings and a life ring +2. I only really need the life ring +2. And the +2s, I can sell the lower level ones. Because like I'm never okay, except with the exception of maybe that one. Because there's actually like a slight perk to stacking those. Not like a big perk, but there's like a cheaty one. Okay, we can also get rid of some items here that we're never going to use. We do use those. We probably should use those more than we do. I mean, I never really use these. These are worth selling. Hello, Moth! I never use these, so I'm gonna sell them. I'm going against my goblin nature because I need souls. So I'm getting rid of the things that I'm hoarding that I know I'll never use. And it hurts a little bit, to be honest. Anyway, how are you doing tonight, Moth? You're good? I'm glad to hear you're doing good. That's good to hear. Up to anything fun? Oh, bonfire aesthetics are worth something. Rubbish has no value. It has a value of exactly 10, which is much more than you think it is. I'm not going to be using these anytime soon, but there are ways to farm them, even if I did need them. Not really? Well, that's okay. I didn't expect you necessarily to be up to anything. I was just asking. We had quite a few. We had quite a bit of souls just stashed in there and things we could afford to sell. Except watching your stream. I suppose that's fair. I think I kind of meant it more in like the broad sense, like been up to anything fun lately, kind of broad sense. But I mean, at exactly this moment, I suppose watching my stream would be the one thing you're doing. Although sometimes people multitask. I know I multitask when I'm watching streams. It's like that's usually when I draw, is when I'm watching streams. Or make the pixel art. I'm not sure if that quite counts as drawing, but that's drawing for me. I've wanted to get back more into like either like a traditional or a digital drawing, but I haven't for a while. I love doodling with like pen on paper. Especially the .7. I can't remember what they were. I have one stashed somewhere. There's a particular brand of pen that I absolutely love. It's like a writing pen. Here it is. The G2 7 ink pen. This is the blue one. I prefer the black ink ones, and I'll sketch with them. But yeah. I do like weird abstract doodles, though. Oh, good pens are life. I have a pen at work that's like slightly turquoise. It's like a very dark turquoise ink. I know that it looks like black ink sometimes, but then the light hits it. It's got a little bit of shimmer of blue. Blue, green, turquoise. And I really like it. Okay, now we need another 3 Titanite. Hello, where are you? Rock lady, there you are.
You've been well.
Rock lady is friend. Nope, not 10. We need 3.
Visit me again, whenever.
Reinforce. Okay, now we need another 2 Titanite chunks.
I'll be around.
This might make us bankrupt, to be honest. A bit unexpectedly. Do you sell Titanite chunks? You do. And they are expansive.
Visit me again, whenever.
You will.
Yep.
Don't waste my time.
Do I have any dark stones? That's the question. Dark stones. They wouldn't be there, so I don't know why I'm checking. Don't. How much does a dark stone cost? Why do I have a feeling it's going to be a lot? It is a lot. It is 7,000 souls.
No interest.
Ouch.
Suit yourself.
Ouch, that hurt. I might be able to get that, though. With a little bit selling of some other things I know I'm not going to use to good old Gavlon. Do you draw, Moth? I think I've seen you draw. I've seen a couple of your sketches. Like, I think I saw your sketching of your D&D character. I believe. Somewhat. So you're about like me then. I somewhat do. Okay, what of these can I part with? I'm never going to use poison stones, let's be real. Never going to use bleed stones. I know I've used both in the past. Never going to use bolt stones. I'm never going to use raw stones. I might use a magic stone. I'm never going to use a mundane stone. I will use pain stills, I will use fire seeds. Okay, that was productive. Anything here that I missed that I could sell? Oh, I'll sell all of these. Just for breathing room. He's so happy. He's just such a happy little guy. He's not little, but he's still so happy. You sell him things and, like, you know, we all need some of that energy in our life. Just someone that you can sell stuff to and they just absolutely lose their mind in excitement. You did a lot of it when I was young, and this kind of stopped when I was 16. I've heard that with a lot of people. I think that's kind of like the thing with art in general. Is like, it's pretty easy to be like, how do I explain this? Like, once you start to become an adult, it's almost like you either have to like fully commit to art or not at all. Like, it's really hard to just have a casual, like, kind of with anything as an adult. Like, I used to be a very adamant casual reader. Like, I would read book after book after book in high school, and like I would read a ton, but it was never something that I would do like as my primary hobby. It was always something I did in my side time. And then after a while, it kind of just like, when I became an adult and got busy, it was one of the first things I had to cut out. Your visual art sense caught up quicker than your physical art. Oh, I can definitely understand that. Kind of getting frustrated with your own art. I feel that. I feel that a lot, actually. That's a very true thing. Bum, ba, bum. Sorry for the random whistling. I kind of had the same thing happen with music. Where, like, I knew what good music was, and I was surrounded by people that could play really, really, really well, and I wasn't quite to their level. And it wasn't until, like, after high school, as an adult, when I hadn't played for years, that I realized, hey, I kind of actually knew what I was doing, and I probably should have stuck with it. But at the time, it's really hard to realize, like, you need to be able to look at your own art and know that it's not perfect. Like, that's something that you need to be able to do. But at the same time, you also need to be able to look at your art and see it for how good it is. And that's incredibly difficult to do.
Visit me again.
It's incredibly hard to be fair to yourself. Because you know your shortcomings more than anyone else does. Which is also why it's always good to entrust the opinions of others. Especially those who want to build you up. Because people who want to build you up are going to give you the most genuinely honest feedback. Hello, Favorian. When I get back your mandolin, you should spend time almost either with it. Yeah, I really do want to. I want to learn my mandolin to practice. Like, I'm gonna be entirely honest. I really want to pick back up playing Irish folk songs on my mandolin. That was one of my favorite things to do. And I really, 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 really want to learn how to play some folk punk on my mandolin. Because I've just heard some really good folk punk songs on a mandolin. And I really want to pick it back up for that reason. And if I do pick it back up, maybe I'll do some like recorded videos and stuff with it. Like, I wasn't phenomenal, but I was great. I wasn't great. I was good. I was passable. I knew how to play mandolin. I knew how to play chords. I knew how to read music. I could jaunt out a tune that wasn't just the Diablo heading between levels theme. Yeah, and you need to practice the oboe, too. You practice the oboe, I practice the mandolin. We can do some more music stuff together. And we'll get Ben back on trombone, and we'll get the band back together. What was I doing? Okay, infuse this with dark. Oh, I remember what I was doing. We're gonna go to Majula first. And actually make something for the Balladeers thing? Yeah! For context, the Balladeers was a... It wasn't short-lived, because it wasn't ever, like, killed. But it was a plan that we still have to be, a bardcore band. If anyone here is familiar with bardcore.
Bearer of the until hope has.
I don't know why I'm getting things. We never made anything. That's kind of like why it's not short-lived. It was an idea that we never really implemented, but I think we should once we can. Oh, what was it doing? Something. I was doing something. I remembered what I was doing. We're tuning spells. Because I can finally take advantage of this, which means let's get rid of that. And that. We do want all the dark orbs, because that's kind of our bread and butter. But... Resonant Soul is a 2 slotter? We got lots of slots. Kids are finally asleep. You hate daylight savings. Yeah, daylight savings is rough, man. Whoever did daylight savings was a very cruel individual. Okay. Let's take a look at what these things do. So we have Scraps of Life. That looks very dangerous, very deadly. Yeah, children take about a week to reset biology. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough time for you. There's Resonant Soul. Okay. Which I know it takes souls. And there's Twisted Barricade. Oh. How long does Twisted Barricade work for, though? I don't see a buff showing on me for Twisted Barricade. 1 second. Oh, it's right in front of me. I need to Google this real quick. Because I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Scraps of Life. Scraps of Life. Hex to cast X, you must use... Okay. Sends out purple circle on the ground and then shoots up pillars of black flame for 7 seconds. Similar to Firestorm. Okay. Okay. So, sounds decent. Not necessarily the strongest thing, the scraps of life. And soul, or twisted barricade it was. Twisted barricade is creates a barrier that deflects spells for 1.5 seconds. So it's only a shield while it's up. That's not very useful. Not very useful. But that's what it is. Okay.
You've been well.
We'll see what we got. So we got some other hexes around here. Yeah, I remember
I'm interested.
Dead Again. That one's okay.
Hello again.
What do you have? Do you have any?
Be
You
safe.
don't? I thought you did. Where are you? There you are. Hello, mister.
Hold it. One day,
You don't.
machines will save you.
Is it only you then? Well, let's come here. We're gonna get rid of Twisted Barricade because it doesn't do much, but Resonant Soul will hold on to. Nope, I wanted to hold on to that. And we'll put Dark Hail on for now, just because it's something. Did I actually level up? That's actually the question. Okay, yeah. So now we just need to level up Faith a lot more. Which I don't have any issue doing. Because that will make it, it'll just round us out a bit more. And I have plenty of ways to kind of compensate for low faith on some of these other more stricter skills. But what I need to do first off is Huntsman's Corpse. And we're going to talk to the first Stark trainer. It's also Ghost Guy. We'll go talk to Ghost Guy too. Wrong way. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Laffy. Scraps of Life just, like, I understand some people really like them. I just don't find it that useful.
The dark.
Just like my humble opinion. Okay, there's Resonant Soul, which I do have. There's Great Resonant Soul. Transfer a certain number of souls into HP. Oh, so it's a healing spell. Okay, well first off, we're going to grab the healing spell. But then we're also going to grab Resonant Soul.
Come again, as you like.
Because those are actually pretty good. And we'll attune spells here. We're going to get rid of Scraps of Life and that. We are going to throw in another one of those, and we'll throw in Resonant Soul. Or Resonant Flesh, which is... Let's test this out a little bit. Hello? I need you to wake up. Chuckles ain't gonna wake up. No, hit me. A couple times. Do a little bit of damage. Yep, that's right. Set itself gets about half health. Okay. Perfect. And then if I were to cast Resonant Flesh... I don't think I had enough souls for it. In hindsight. I think it's a very powerful healing spell, but I think it requires souls. We'll hold on to it kind of like as an oh crap when we run out of Estus and have a bunch of souls on hand. I don't normally use healing spells, to be honest, so it's a bit uncharted territory for me, but I thought might as well give it a try. However, let us go. Let's try to find our last dark portal. Or actually, we can go talk to Ghost. Let's talk to Ghost Dude first. See if Ghost Dude has anything good. Oh, hello, Starfire's raiding with a party of 4. Hello, Starfire. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. My name is Tada, Daffy, Taffy, Tadaffid. Lots of different things. Even Bruce in some circles. I am a variety streamer who tries to stream every single day. Doesn't always happen, but I do try to. For at least a couple hours. Usually in the evenings right about now. Today we're just playing a little bit of Dark Souls. But I do, again, variety streamer, play a mix of games. I do appreciate all of you being here. How are you all doing? And thank you for getting out the shout out from me there, Moth. They were just playing Blair Witch. I have never played Blair Witch. To be honest. I don't play a lot of horror games. I watch a lot of horror game playthroughs. I don't play them myself. It's just not a game that I get like enough direct entertainment out of to usually warrant playing. But I certainly understand why people enjoy them. It seems to be popular. Yeah, I've certainly heard of it. I just haven't ever personally played it. Oh. Okay. Just need to find his Ghost Guy's over here, isn't he? What's it? Is it? I'm assuming it's about the Blair Witch Project. Which is an okay horror movie. It wasn't my favorite, but it was an okay one.
Welcome. Our guests are treated with honor. Tell me,
Nope, you don't sell any. I don't know why I thought you did.
please.
It's got a good ending. I honestly can't remember much. I remember it was okay. I remember I was like, yeah, okay, decent horror movie. I just didn't care for it enough to kind of commit any of it to memory. It didn't really kind of blow me away. Well, hello, Gray. Darkwood is a wonderful top-down horror survival game, and bring it up because it's kind of the only ones I've played. Like, in terms of horror games that I've played, and I don't necessarily consider this a horror game, but it's probably the closest thing, would be like BioShock. That being said, we will be doing Bendy and the Ink Machine on stream at some point, at the request of my little bit of chaos that I love dearly. There we go. Known as Pip. You personally thought the game was boring? It's a nice stream. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch the VOD. Personally thought the game was kind of boring. Blair Witch was kind of boring. There's been a couple games that have been mentioned, so I'm just double checking. Yeah? Is it like a standard run around the woods, collect letters type deal? Knowing Blair Witch, I assume they went with that formula. I don't know much about the game, but I'd honestly be surprised if they didn't. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like one of those, like, how could they not games? Like, that's kind of the premise of the movie, too. Like, in very watered-down terms, obviously. But oh, and Gray, how are you doing, Gray? Just seeing you popping in there with your little bit of comment, statement, hello thing, whatever the phrase is for that. Okay, let us. Okay. Doing well? You mind if you post a clip here? Like a link. Let me permit you for it. I don't mind, but you gotta let me permit you first. Otherwise, Streamlabs will yell at you. Straw, fire. You got a string of numbers. 72450. Okay, should be able to post the link now. He's trying to say how late. Hey, you want to stay up tonight? The answer is all of the late, Gray. All of the late. There we go. Okay. Where was I going? Why did I come here? This is not the place I wanted to be. I needed to be in the Shrouded Woods. Shaded Woods. Yep. Shaded Ruins. There's where I needed to be. Oh. Not so tough when I can see you, are ya? Scared the crap out of you. I'll have to try to give it a watch later. Okay. Now, how do I get to the dark portal here? I always struggle to remember how to get to this one. Do you remember, Gray? Oh, I'm cursed. I'm looking for Wheelie Boy. Oh, Resonant Soul's a health buff, not a heal. Was I misreading it? I mean, if it's a buff, that's a really cool skill, but it also doesn't help me. It's a buff. Not Gavlon. Wheelie Boy is in a wheelchair. I'm trying to find the dark portal. I've beaten the other two dark portals. I just need to beat this dark portal. You're not so tough when I can see you, huh? Actually, you are still kind of tough. I've been like a little overconfident now that I can see him, to be honest. Yeah, I know. I can't find the other big hole. And you think like there's only so many big holes. Like this shouldn't be that hard of a thing to do. But apparently it is. Apparently it's really hard. Further past this one second. I think I angered that guy. Nope. He's just chilling back there again. We're good. You can see where you need to drop from inside of the first big hole. I know I can see, and so I was down there. Like, not too long ago. Aha! Found it. I spent like an hour looking for this the other day. First off, Dark Storm and Profound Still. I want these. Victory! Victory has been achieved! Okay. I want these, and I will get them. Second off, so I found this staff, the Dark Witch staff. It acts as chime and catalyst. So we've just gone full hex build with it. Because having Resonant Soul and this is actually a really powerful combo, I've found.
Master, if
Let's get the darkness open. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
may the dark
May it shine my way to a brand new day. Yeah, that's a great. It's a great combo. It is a great combo. Okay. Let's get Resonant Flesh up. A little bit extra. Boop to boopin'. Let's see if we can use the similar tactics we used in the previous ones here. We've changed our build up, which may have been a mistake, because our build worked pretty efficiently against these guys. You're gonna an alert? Well, of course. Thank you for the alert, Straw. I really appreciate it. Okay, yeah, I see all of y'all. Yes. Yes. Just the one with the really high aggro rate. That's exactly what I needed. I don't know where you got lightning, but I a little bit hate you for that. Are you coming this way? You shot at me. Okay. Yep. Nope. It does work. When in doubt, stun lock to victory. Message deleted. I'm assuming... Wanna be famous? If I'm gonna assume you're a bot. If you can maybe chat to me, otherwise maybe we'll reconsider your message being deleted. But until then, I know a bot, and that looked like a bot message. If you're not a bot, you probably shouldn't come into people's streams posting straight with a link. I mean, like, maybe that works somewhere, but... Bot got squashed. It's squashed bot. When in doubt, stun lock to victory. Hex build motto. Okay. Let's light this bad boy. I just find it hilarious that the Pilgrims of Dark have to go around and light these things. It's like, what are you? We are the Pilgrims of Dark. What's your quest? Light bonfires in the darkest places. I don't like that there's a lever. Bloodstain ahead. Yeah, I have a feeling... Oh, it's going down. It's even worse. Oh, Resonant Flesh. Takes 2,000 souls. It's a bit of an expensive skill, to be honest. But... well, let's try not to get smushed. Oh, this ain't too bad. Dark can only exist where yeah, that's actually true. I forgot the whole dark light philosophy. I didn't even think about that. I tried range battle. Is there more than 1-2 range battle, though? Let's see, how many of them I have killed? There's normally only like 3 or 4 in the whole level. So maybe that was it? Oh, yep. And now, you know what it's time for? The coolest designed boss in the whole game. With a shield that has 100% dark resist. I can do this all day. Oh, unless you shoot behind me. Very clever. How's your dark resist? Honestly, pretty good. Oh, my stamina. Okay. Oh. Drinking Estus. Oh, that was a mistake. Get that health up. Drinking Estus. Okay, we're good. Oh, why is there 2 of you? And why does one of you have fire? Oh, Dark Shield does seem to be the way to go in this fight. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, basically, as long as it hits the shield, I'm not going to take any damage from most of their attacks, unless they get fireballs, of course. Which they apparently have fireballs. So lessons were learned. I don't know, why did I restore humanity? Like, I know why I restored humanity, I should say, but it wasn't just the most useful. When they're fancy rolling. Dark Shield, it was a solid choice, I think. The problem is that this is going to be one of those fights where it requires a whole lot of me. I'm trying to think what the word for it would be. Here we go.
I knew that you were special.
Yeah, at least we get the second perk.
There is more dark within you than
Once we
even
beat
you
Dark
know.
Lurker, then it will be like fully finished.
May the dark.
I'm trying to think which of these is the easiest way to get to Dark Lurker. And I'm thinking the answer is the one in Drangleic. Is consistently... Oh, we should... Actually... This is a perfect chance to save or try to save Ornstein. Or Artifacts, if I have the key. Because I always forget to come down here with the key. And I probably don't have the key. To be fair. But at least this way I'm not doing that whole... Why do you always, like, not lock on until after you fired the attack? It's more of a criticism to me. Okay. Still don't have the key. This has been like the rescue of just how many times can I forget to rescue him? Sorry, I don't really feel like finding her. I just don't really need him. I suppose that's a terrible thing. But I don't need him enough to try to remember where the key is. Okay. So, if we're going to be doing this fight over and over again, Drangleic's definitely the way to go. It's the easiest one to get to. It's not the easiest one enemy-wise, but it is the easiest one to get to. Except this guy. Forgot about him. Apparently we're throwing an alluring skull. Hope you liked that. Hope you found it nice, and I forgot to reattune spells. Oops. Okay. Great Resonant Soul is what I wanted to swap that for. Just have a little bit more versatility to the lineup. I mean, Scraps of Life isn't bad, but just not really what I need. Do you think magic does more damage against him than Darkwood? We'll bring in Great Heavy Soul Arrow just in case.
Finally, you're now open, young. The mouth to the beef. Make the done.
Okay. Bum 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 bum. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Oh, there is literally a path. All of this time, and I thought you had to jump. Turns out there's a path. Okay, well let's go take out Havel. Hi, Havel. I didn't start out with enough distance to stun lock him to death. So that one's on me. Okay. Then there's this guy. Who I accidentally dodged towards, but that's fine. Let's grab the bonfire aesthetic. This is the best place to farm those, by the way, if you ever need them. Hello, Armani Don. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I don't recognize your name. You new here? If you're not, I'm sorry. I'm just terrible with names, so there's a good chance that you've been here before and I forgot. And again, I apologize if that's the case. that's the last one, I think, before the boss. Yeah, definitely, this is definitely the best route to the Dark Seeker. Or Dark Lurker. And again, the Hexer's code to everything. Stun lock to victory. If you got poise damage, use it. Alright, bring it, Dark Lurker. Okay. We're gonna try Greater Soul Arrow first. Yeah, it does much more damage. Oh, I forgot about the one that came up behind me. Oh, that's new. How are we doing this? Okay, you throw one, I throw one? Is that how we do this? Okay, this one's very, very bad. Okay. Oh, dodge, dodge! Haha! I drink an Estus! In spite of your best efforts. Oh, you got me that time. They got me. So the answer is I need to bring in some more sorceries for this fight. That's pretty straightforward. I did a ton of damage with them. So we'll reattune for that. Understandably, Dark just didn't do a lot of damage against it. Which I figured would be the case. But that's the nice thing about a Hex build, is that you aren't limited to Dark. Okay. Let's do Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Homing Soul Mass. Great Heavy, and then to wrap it all off, a Soul Shower. That should do it for us, as it were.
Fact not here. The most if
You still lurking around, Gray?
may the dark assure.
Maybe, maybe not. That's okay. Okay. Oh, that's a new one. You almost always do the other thing first. Oh, I actually died? That's frustrating. It's kind of on me. I didn't do distance spacing like I should. How is it with me health wise? That's still fine enough to do it.
Ja, normalste.
Okay.
May the dark.
There we go. Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. It's for everyone who ever learned how to play a recorder. I don't know when you started doing spells first, but I don't like it. I don't know when all of you got good, but I don't like it. Because you also didn't normally used to charge out like that. Maybe I'm just... Cause you probably patrols, actually. That's probably a patrolling thing. Oh, that's stupid. That was really stupid because I dodged out of the way first, but... Stupid like as in bad luck, not stupid as in the game mechanic was rigged or anything. The homing soul mass just is not applicable in that fight. As much damage as it did, it just doesn't do enough in the instant. But I do think I am going to use it as a safety shield in the earlier part. Oh! Okay.
Ja. Normalste. Ja, normalste.
Unlock to victory. To victory, to victory. Unlock to victory. This is the way we know. Okay. Oh, bonfire sec. I'm actually really curious if these will hold through. If they do, great. Yeah, I didn't think they did though. Oh, fudge. Ah! I was hitting the X button to heal, and my character didn't heal. Like, any of the times that I hit it, because like, he wouldn't drink his Estus to stop when I was like had a chance between attacks. Okay, let's reattune spells. Because that doesn't hit. I need something that hits hard. Heavy damage. I'll try Soul Spear.
Yeah. A mouse, if
I think we'll get him. We'll get him eventually, at least. As you wish. He is Wesley confirmed. He is Wesley. And we're here in some place that I don't know. Walking on a narrow bridge to where who goes I don't know. Perfect. When in doubt, stun lock to victory. Okay. Another one bites the dust. Brum, brum, brum. Another one bites the dust. Another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. Lots of aesthetics today. I really should just go sell all these. I'm going to, actually, because they sell for a crap ton and I don't use them. And I'm getting tons of them due to this fight. Let's put Soul Arrow. I want to hit him with Soul Spear, see how that does. One of them's fine. It's when they split that they get tricky. Which is why I think what I need to do is I need to not use Soul Sphere until they split, and then I can try to get them heavy hits in fast. I think that's going to be the strat.
Fine, nah, yeah. The most of you.
I mean,
May the dark.
once you figured out a boss, it's all about just trying and trying and trying until you get until you pull off the rhythm. Realistically. That's kind of what it is. You might not always pull it off perfectly, but as long as you keep trying, you'll get there. I mean, in here we've already got a rhythm down for this part, so just bash him and stunlock to victory. Slowly farm a good chunk of souls in the process, too. Okay. Oh, I knew he was going to get me with the stab. Nope. Almost. It's definitely the trick, but I can't get stuck in a casting speed situation there where they lock me up. There's definitely a strat there, though. I mean, we're going to use one of these, but we've still got another good few number of attempts on this.
Fine, yeah. The motive. May the
There we go. We're like in power focus mode. Let's see how many times we can throw ourselves at the wall here. We'll get it eventually. Along the road to sweet fire. him down. And then we come in here. That's him down. You found us this time. Made our job easy. I'm gonna have to like chase down the hall after you. You just walked right into us this time. Okay. And service unlocked to victory. Scrap this, grab him with great heavy soul arrow. Should have just stuck with the shield there. He's bringing out all the stops. Okay. Can't we just do that like all day? Just the shoot max and fourths. I knew what was going to happen there. Let's get a little bit of space. No! Oh, it was so close that time. I thought I might have had it. I thought she was charging up for the hand beam, and then I realized just a second too late that it was the explodey ball. Those are top-notch proper terms there. It wasn't the hand beam, it was the explodey ball. Got really confused there for a second, then I remembered, oh yeah, I don't just respawn in the dark abyss, I have to go. Like, I forgot that I had to walk here first, I guess? Give human effigy. Yep, let's open the mouth to this portal. Let's find out what's in there. May the dark shine your way. Okay. Well, that was close. That was like the first time he's managed to get a hit us on us in a bit. It's nice. I like it when things get spiced up a little. Let's see, you gonna do anything different too? Nope. Oh, I don't normally use homing crystal soul mass, but I guess we are this time. Put 'em in a stun lock, stun lock, stun lock. Put 'em in a stun lock till they're dead. Works really well, really well, really well. It works really well, I tell you, my friend. Okay, how many souls do we... The answer is too many. We has too many souls. On the line now. That's generally fine. You gonna get one of those? Yep, perfect. We'll do swapsies. Okay, one of these is fine. Ooh, Matt mixes it up. I feel like I dodged that. I also feel like I dodged that one. But who am I to argue with the gods of hitboxes? But mere mortal that I am. Oh, come on! Got him. Knew it would happen eventually. Yeah! Let's praise the sun. Might as well. Feels a little bit heretical, but... Okay. Now that we have a lot of souls on us, let us properly be free. And now they say permanently open! Ah.
Young undead, you've discovered the truest
Ooh, that would have been
dark
bad.
within you.
Sorry, back pop.
Deep dark it is. The dark that we must all face. We need the abyss more now than ever.
Okay. Well, with that, we're gonna take a little break. Actually, let's see. Let's buy your spell, so we don't have to find you again.
May the dark shine your way.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna. I was really confused there. I'm like, why can't I use the bonfire? Or so we're gonna pop off to Majula. We're gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break to stretch. We're gonna come back, spend our souls, and decide what to do next. Anyway, I'll be right back. hello, hello. Boop. Back we are. Uh-oh. Okay. The controller forgot that it was a controller there for a second. Thought it was a keyboard and a mouse. Back, though. Oh, I should have checked what I get for the Dark Lurker Soul. Okay, so we got a couple things. First off, the Xanthos set, which is amazing, but not really worth using. It just looks great. Hi, Moth. Do you want to see the best armor set in the game? It's a terrible armor set, but it looks the best. Just bear with me. The Xanthos set. You bearing with me? Just look at the set. It's even better in Dark Souls 1. They made the head smaller in Dark Souls 2. I really wish it was a better armor set, but alas, it is not. It's kind of a crappy one. They made it pretty good in DS3. In here, it's like, okay. Yeah, GS1, it is fantastically large. In here, like, stat-wise, it's okay, but there's other items in its armor class that are better because it has, like, no poise. None at all. It probably has some, but I'm gonna say none just to be dramatic. Yeah, it's clothing, not armor. Yep. Yep. Okay. Excuse me. We need to level up some things. We need to level up faith is what we need to do. So we can use some of those curse hexes a little bit better. Hey, Gray, you're chilling out here. Do you know what the Dark Lurker Soul gets us? Because I feel like if there's anything that's going to get me, like a spell, it's going to be the Dark Lurker Soul. Thank you, Gray. Okay, we also got a couple of new things here. We got Great, we got Climax. Hex from Strad? Well, I can go to Strad. I mean, I want hexes, so or Strayed. It's probably Strayed. Now that I think about it. I actually haven't seen before. Okay. So I got the spell Climax. Have you ever used Climax before? Gray? I also forgot that you have spells, but I don't use Dark Fog. What I needed to do was trade. Oh, okay. I've never beat Dark Lurker, so I haven't used that spell, no, but I have fought people who use it. Yeah, it does the highest spell, it has the highest damage of any spell in-game. Just full stop, does the highest damage. It is insanely powerful. It can shoot through poise protection of certain items. It's a really heavy hitter. The only problem is it costs 5,000 souls to cast, to have it max strength, and it consumes all of your souls. So you have to have at least 5,000 for it to be cast at max strength, but it doesn't matter how many souls you have, they gone. You have 100,000 souls, they're gone. It's a big shot. So I usually don't use it. It's kind of like a nuclear option that I can't really afford to use. It's the railgun of the Hexer's arsenal. However, Great Resonant Soul costs 500 souls a pop, and does really, really good. It does as much damage as Dark Hail, but with a single shot straight at them, and it's got a very long range and some decent knockback. Life Drain Patch consumes a number of soul. Okay, of course. And if it starts to a certain spot, inflicts damage upon those who touch it. So it's basically it's a trap, is what it sounds like. I'm gonna grab it, but yes, I do think I can manage the glories that are your spells. It sounds like a trap sort of thing. It sounds like it might. Especially given everything in Dark Souls' tendencies to just charge straight at you. However, it's got a pretty high faith cost for me. I have a couple things I want to try first, though. See, I know what those do. Resonant Soul, Great Resonant Soul, Climax makes sense. I know I have insufficient attributes. Was it only a 1 slot, too? It is only a 1 slot. That makes it very useful for a hex. Okay, I can use that one, but I can't use Climax. I'm not going to use Climax anyway, so that's actually not the biggest deal. What was the other spell I bought from him? Because I bought 2 spells from him. It was Resonant Soul. No? It wasn't Resonant Soul. Oh, it was Dark Storm. There it is. No, I've used Dark Fog. Okay. Oh, I can't cast it. That's right. You just flat out can't cast them if you don't have faith for them. What's Dark Storm do though? Okay. I don't like those kind of spells. I got like a really good ring thing I can't quite swap out. So we don't need Dark Storm. I was planning on getting up my, I was planning on power leveling my faith anyway though, so I'm not too worried. Well, I'm gonna level up faith anyway, because faith equals more damage.
Until
I don't have any Last Sharks, so... Like, for me, it's not a big deal to put those points into faith anyway. Because I was going to anyway. However, what I really want is I'm just going to use Skeptic Spice. How do I use Skeptic Spice? Magarold? Magarold? Who's Magarold? The guy in Iron Keep. Interesting. Where in Iron Keep is he? It's been a bit since I've been to Iron Keep. On the bridge. Okay. I'll get there in a second. I just remember there's something I did want to do, though. Can I do anything here? I need more Titanite chunks. Don't waste your time. I'm not trying to.
You've been well,
We'll be going to Dragon's Area anyway to get some more Titanite soon enough.
no interest.
See, 12, 18, 18, plus another 3, 21. Should get us there. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I have your Manslayer, by the way. I don't know if you remember that. I was like going through my crap and I'm like, where did I get this from? Oh yeah. I grabbed this to give to Gray and then never gave it to Gray. There's the iron key. Whoa, hello? Do you mind? I know, I'm just killing things now. 'Cause I like killing things. When I first came through this area, I like struggled so much. So now I'm just enjoying just being able to like blast through everything.
What? Who, me? I'm Macaron. What?
Hello, moth. Okay. Where is it? Does it only cost the spice? Yeah, I'm not seeing any like soul cost. Might as well go all the way down to 25 just for my own sake. What else do you sell? Okay, makes sense. Okay. I don't mind if I do. Oh, it's the hello carvings. Oh, and you sell some hexes. Neither ones I like to use, but hexes nonetheless.
Cheers.
Cheers back to you. You seem like a friend. Okay. Let's see what this does now. It doesn't last too long. How effective is it, though? The answer is I shouldn't stand in it. Isn't there normally a guy standing here? It's a trap, it's just not a very good one. But I'm not going to be using those spices for anything else, so... That's worth having, at least. It was worth trying out. All of the emotes! All of the emotes! Knives, threatens, scaring, no. Okay. Oh, it's probably a much better trap if I actually have souls to cast it with. Now that I think about it. Uh-oh. Let's go get ourselves some Titanite. Go kill some dragons. Oh, shields! I got an emote war going on in my chat. I'm here for it. We'll do resonant flesh for now. Which is also expensive, but... These are all pretty expensive, so... Freaking love the Dragonary. This is what Skyrim wishes it was. That's why you always read messages. It can be very important to know. Bonfire aesthetics. I really don't need those. Like, it keeps giving me them, but it's like the last thing that I need. Oh, we got a dragon in a top hat threatening now. How much did these take? Is this 100? It's only 100, yeah. That's fine. Be wary of equipment breakers. Gun beats sword, laser sword beats gun. That's true, I have seen Star Wars. It's a lot of guns, though. That's the thing, is a lot of guns could also define the Empire. And it didn't really help him much. Okay, if you're gonna stun lock me, I am stun locked here and not happy about it. I am the only one who can do the stun locking. Okay. Too much sand in the air, ranged weapons are useless. Why'd I use an Estus flask? That's not gonna help me. Gotta be very careful. And maybe we won't wake up the dragon. How many of these are there? dragons. There's a lot of them. Okay. Okay. This dragon sleeps like I do. Sounds like he broke one of your rings to boot. Yeah, he did. One of my rings, he broke my hood and my ring. Unfortunately. Uh-oh. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I did it anyway. Got him. Is that the dragon that sleeps like Flop? Yep. It was a calculated risk that ended with me accidentally waking a dragon. And not actually killing the thing that I was shooting at in the first place. Visions of enemy horde. Accurate, but we have defeated them. Who needs Titanite anyway? I do, desperately. Stupid. We're not gonna break open the dragon eggs. I have no qualms with the dragons. Except for when they try to kill me. Anyway. Oh, random fact. Random fact. First off, I will do a random fact, but let me balance my audio a little bit. It's loud enough that the brain don't think. But I actually do have a random fact. And it's a random historical fact. Have you ever heard of Thomas/Thomasine Hale? Or Hall? I might have got the name a little bit wrong. No? Okay. Oh, by breaking the bridge later. That's worth knowing. I don't think I've broken any eggs. Okay. So, Thomasine Hall Hale. Oop, I just knocked my controller on the ground. Where'd it go? And it vanished. I'm a magician. Found it. Okay. There's a particular reason why they have two names. They are colonial America, and by extension, the states of America. It might have actually been America at the time. The gremlins are very quick. Around that time, they are the first recorded intersex individual. And the story behind them is actually fairly interesting. So, they were born Thomasine Hale, and were assigned female at birth in England, and raised as a woman for most of their developmental years. They were raised female. However, when one of I believe it was their brother, was drafted into the military, they, dressed as a man, and served in the military to serve with their brothers or friend or something like that. And kind of went by the name of Thomas while serving in the military and dressing as male, and then proceeded to kind of over time developed this knack for having all of the traditionally assigned female at birth, raised female at that time period, sewing and skills that were assigned, as well as picking up all of these skills for being male and labor and all of it. They kind of did one or the other. And they would just kind of do everything. Now, at the time period, when someone was born intersex, it was commonly basically assigned that you were basically forced whichever way they felt you were closest. Now, for whatever reason, whether they attempted to do this or he wasn't caught by it, this didn't really happen with Thomas Thompson. They would kind of just dress however they wanted at any given day, usually to whatever best served their needs. Well, kind of getting back and forth a little bit, they then decide to move to America, and they moved to America as an indentured servant. Whole entire things. Still is forced to be one of the binary genders. Yes. At the time, they were still forced to be one of the binary genders. There's actually not a lot of information about them, so there is a chance they might have even contested that. But they very much went against it in their own time period by dressing however they want, and kind of pushing those norms and just doing whatever they wanted at the time period. It's also worth noting that this is going to sound a little bit ironic. While they had very, very strict gender roles, this is also the time period where clothing could be a bit more ambiguous, and you could kind of get away with a little bit more. The gender roles as we know them and are strictly enforced today really kind of took root in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, based off of more traditional ones. So they had, it's kind of a weird thing. They were stricter, but then also, it's all combinations. Anyway, this person then, as they're in colonial America, basically starts to go just dress however they want. Sometimes they dress as a woman and serve in the kitchens as a maid. Sometimes they work out in the fields and dress like a man. They just kind of do whatever they want to do. And it works for a while until people kind of catch on. And obviously, if you know how people treat it today, they weren't more chill back during this time period. So they basically decide to put them on trial. And originally it falls to, as was per the time, basically not knowing what gender this person was. This is when the resistance is by a teacher. After, yeah, actually, probably a pretty accurate summary there, Gray. I've heard something similar. It's one of the accepted theories. Anyway, but Thomas Hall was put on trial, and the women decided one way or the other. I can't remember exactly. They decided one way, and the master of the house decided that he wasn't okay with that, and then decided, just basically tried to go the other way. Creates this whole big how do you do over what gender is Thomasine Hale, or Hall. I think it's Hall. And it kind of goes through a couple different trials, and they basically appeal it up until it gets to the local courts. All the way up over what their gender is to be determined. And when it comes finally to the highest court that it can, some kind of weird amalgamation of like mayoral Christian weird court, the court tries it and basically as a court just flat out admits that he was one of, or they, I'm going to say they, were one of the, I don't know their preferred pronouns to be honest, it sounds like they were pretty gender fluid. They are, as an intersex individual, really on the dividing line, to the point that even by the time it got to the court, they had no idea. They could not assign a binary gender to Thomasine Hall. So what they did, because it was the 1800s, and of course they couldn't let that slide, is that Thomasine was required to wear basically half men's and half women's clothing at all time, because they didn't know what they were. And they couldn't decide, so that is how they decided to distinguish this, because they couldn't fit it into a category. And we really don't know what happens to Thomas past that point. We know that they didn't like have any kind of tragic fate, it sounds like. They just kind of like existed. it's petty and it's stupid, but it's just the point of watching. It's just the perfect example of just how the gender binary just flat out fails sometimes. And in the case of Thomas Hall, one of the most, I'm going to use the phrase bigoted and strict variations, could not even, like, they had to accept that this person was just intersex, that there was no if, ands, or buts around it. They couldn't, it didn't fit into the narrative, they just had to accept it. And they were really petty about it and everything. But it's one of these just kind of interesting stories that I think not a lot of people know about, but it's still kind of a fascinating one to me. And they didn't really grow up, there's nothing like big and famous and historical waves that were caused by it, but just someone existing in the time period. It's also worth noting that we should just flat out admit that the gender binary as we know it is a very European idea and was not held and maintained by all cultures. Like Native American cultures, very, very much in a lot of them, and I'm not an expert at this, I do know of the fact that certain Native American cultures, and I think it might even be the majority of them, had a recognized third gender, at least. In kind of how they would interpret it. But this Thomas Hall just broke the gender binary and in every way possible. And it's just kind of a very fascinating story to me. Hence also Thomasine, because that was the two names. Yeah. I think they're super fascinating too, because it's the whole entire point of, this is a person who I wish we knew more about them, because of the fact that they just kind of had this whole entire screw you, I'll dress how I want attitude. At that time period, that's what they did. They just dressed and took advantage of it and went with it however they could. And that's just something I think that's a lot of mad respect for them. And I really honestly wish we knew more about this individual than we do. But they didn't try to make waves. They were just someone out there living and doing their own thing. It's also worth mentioning, and to get to a further problem, this has actually been slightly addressed when I was talking to Ben once about this. This is also the time period where the predominant theory of gender was more or less women were either imperfect or undeveloped men. That was the predominant theory of why there was a gender difference, to the point that it was actually commonly accepted that basically men were men because they were born in the whole lizard thing, that men were born warmer, and that because we were born warmer is why things developed. And it even continued on to be the fact that working out in the fields and doing hard labor made you a man, literally made you a man, which is why a lot of women were not allowed to be out in the fields and do hard labor, because there was a genuine belief that if you took a woman and put her out in the fields and she worked, eventually she would become a man. I'm not making that up. That was a genuinely held belief from these people, because, and again, completely serious, it would heat her up, and the development of heat would cause the anatomy to drop out. That was literally the thought. It's linked largely to sex, though frankly our circle record on the subject of cross-culture and time is very difficult to parse. Yep, it's history in European. The thing about Europeans is they wiped out their own history too. We should also address that. Yeah, Europeans kind of screwed up the world in a lot of ways, but they also did Europe first. And I don't think people address this a lot. When you talk to the Celts, and you talk to the Sami, and you talk to indigenous Europeans, and I'm going to use that phrase, yeah, Europeans messed up Europeans first, and then went up to mess up the world. I think that's something that should be addressed a bit more. I don't know about I don't know about you, but Ireland was invaded and subjugated by the English Empire before Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. Those were the first English colonies. And it should be addressed more than we talk about it, I think. It's also the absolute amazing, yeah. Some of the bizarre things that people came up with to try to explain stuff back then is just hilarious. Yep, it's kind of like what defines humans is our simultaneous ability to cooperate and to screw each other over. It's like the duality of man. All the ambushing. I'm just getting wrecked. Ha, but joke's on you. I ran out of spells. Joke's on me. Funky dudes. Yep. They're the acid mummies who have broken my helmet, my shirt, my pants, my gloves, and my ring. 2 of my rings, actually. We just getting beaten the heck up by them. I'm just gonna keep on trucking because, you know, if I stop, it's gonna be worse than if I just... Can I get these guys with range? Yes, I can. Haha, I bet you think you're so clever with your little belly flops of death. But I got range. It's over, Anakin! I have the range! Ground. There's so many of you. Why is there so many of you? Our ability to create new things is directly contracted by our ability to destroy old things. We're the only earthly species that has created nuclear weaponry, and also the only race that has created the ability to transplant organs and limbs to one another. Exactly. And it is why I'm always of the mindset. There's like, this is like a very like European debate, like old school European debate, is like what defines civilization. And my favorite definition of civilization is, and what makes someone civilized, is just the point that they start to cooperate together and work as a community. That is what makes humanity strongest. It's cooperation. Always has been, always will be. That's what made us strong to begin with. It's, in a sense, cooperation and our ability to work is what defines us and separates us from a lot of other animals. And I should say more the success of our ability to work together is what defines us as different. It's a flop dragon. Oh, to be an ant. Haha! You didn't get away this time. So, you said that you can use binoculars to aim, right? Is it like this? I feel like that didn't aim. Do I have to use it with the same hand? Oh, that worked, actually. Okay, he can smack me with his tail still. We learned something. Is he gonna fire now? Okay. His fire is not defined by mortal bounds. You wouldn't mind being a wasp or a hornet. So here's the deal. You can aim with your cameras normally. If you have binoculars in your offhand of your class, you can aim it more effectively. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's also fine, because... Oh, no, I lost all my souls, actually. I was gonna say I can just go repair my gear. Now I'm broke. In more ways than one. I don't know how much it's worth. Wasps can't change their physical form to do specific tasks. Not yet. Now here's the question. Let's take some guesses here. If I could be any animal, or not any animal, any arthropod, and that's probably still too broad of a term. If I could be any generally accepted bug, what do you think I would be? Like the ant types thing. Sad that Gray got that so quickly. Am I really that predictable? Nope. Gray got it. Potato bug. It's an isopod. Little pill bug, roly-poly. The isopod of many names. A terrestrial crustacean friend. They're a crustacean. They might, like, they're closely related to a crustacean. I can't remember if they are a crustacean. Jerusalem cricket, potato bug. Yes, no. Potato bug, roly-poly. No! Stupid lizard. They are crustaceans, yeah. I thought so, but then I couldn't remember if they were like crustaceans or just closely related. Well, that depends. I've actually thought about this for a while. So, were you there when I discussed the etymology of the word bug? So I don't know, I haven't looked this up, but to me, etymologically speaking, the word bug can apply to any small arthropod. He's looked at pictures, yeah. Because bug doesn't have anything to do with whether they're insects, crustaceans, or arachnids. At least that's my hot take on the matter. Oh boy. Trio ahead. Trustful trio. Ruining my day. I see sunshine on a cloudy day. Are giant bugs because I wanted to know what they would taste like. They taste like I mean, they probably just taste like any other protein, I assume. Maybe like a little nutty. So they're both arthropods. Like, crustaceans, arachnids, and insects are more closely related than I think people realize. Because they're all arthropods. But at the same time, we're getting into very broad definitions. Broad sweeping generalizations, which is never a good habit to be in when you're talking taxonomics. big old lizard sleeping again. But I want to beat him. I want to beat the big lizard. Much as the people preparing food, watching someone cook crab is very satisfying. I don't regularly though. Okay. Think you're so tough. You ain't so tough when they get beneath you. Anyway, you do only when I need to break and chill out. Sometimes I just need solid sensory input. Yeah, I get that. There ain't nothing wrong with getting the sensory input that your brain needs. However, it needs it. Mental health. That's also why you smoke heroin. You do not, Gray. If there's one thing I know about you, it's that you don't smoke heroin. Hi, Boom Boy. There's another dragon. Okay. Things I didn't expect to say today. I'm gonna add that one to the list of things I didn't expect to say today. No, you don't, but I did get you to do that fatherly chuckle. No, you don't actually do that. Yeah, that's true. It got a chuckle out of me. I see you. I almost didn't see you, but thankfully your belly glows. Okay. Okay. Just... They're like angry hugs. Is that all of them? Is that all the angry hugs? This is making me dizzy. I have vertigo without you dancing around, dragon, dang it. So inconsiderate. I'm just trying to collect all the items on the ground, and he's just trying to smush me. Which is the goal, expensive hubs since they break your stuff. Yeah, I am very well aware about how expensive their hugs are right now. If you look at my status bar, you will see just how aware of that just scared me. You see like a silhouette of someone swinging an axe right where I'm standing. It's a lot of broken stuff. I really don't want to know my repair bill. It's you! Bring it, dark boy! There's one thing that I know how to do. And it is defend against dark attacks. We've been over this, Navlon. Strengthening Titan stuff is going to be spendy. Yep. You mean all of my gear? I have like an anti-hex hex build, and I love it. You're going to head out? Of course, Moth. I really appreciate you. I did let him out. I did let Navlin out. I appreciate you swinging by, Moth. Navlin is not tricky to deal with when you have like I have the anti-hex build. I think is probably the best way to explain this. This guy is going to be more of a problem than what's his face is. Especially because I don't know where you were. Of course. Screw you, Forlorn. Of course, when you don't know where they are, the answer is behind you. It's always the answer. Behind you. Yeah, you know what's the most brutal thing about it? Not having any freaking armor because all your stuff's broken. That's okay. Now we can go in and just smash him with Resonant Soul. I mean, we've taken out the dragons, that's the hard part. This is just like a casual stroll through Dragon Airy now to get my stuff back. As long as none of these guys manage to like yeet me off the edge, we'll be fine. Didn't escape this time, did you, twinkly lizard boy? So many of these guys. But I will say, just kind of walking through here and like one-hitting them does make me feel pretty good. It's like a certain level of, yeah. Pictured above, foreign man explicit. Now I feel bad. You can call me England. Okay. Silver talisman, thank you. I can't imagine the two are related. I don't know. I don't know if they're related. It's a funny thing, because like, I don't know the origin of that word exactly. But then there's other words, like... ran away. The word aboriginal, or aborigine, means, what's the best way to put it? It means, like, original inhabitant. Like, it's got some kind of Latin root to it, which is why England used the word. But then now it's only used to kind of refer to people from Australia. And even then, I'm not entirely sure if it is the best word to use. I could see it being a taboo word. My goodness, little lightning. I meant to aim for you. You are a very lucky individual. I watched a pretty interesting podcast, or part of a pretty interesting podcast, and it was from, rednecks, basically. It was a redneck podcast, and they're basically talking about, like, things that they didn't know growing up very much in a redneck lifestyle. That, like, they grew up with these, like, certain words or phrases just being normal part of the everyday vernacular, only to learn later, like, those are very, very bad words. And this is one of those things where sometimes it's gotta be, like, I'm always a little careful about what I say. Come on, Forlorn. You gonna come? Or no? Did you already get your kill in? So, like, is there a cooldown? There's like a cooldown on how often they can invade, right? Okay. Dragon Shrine. Isn't there a bonfire here? Praise be the sun. Oh, Aldia. Long time no see, friend. You're smaller today. Yes?
I see.
You can get your favorite armor set here with Ferrous Lockstone. It's not particularly defensive, but it's got style. Doesn't have as much style as the Xanthos set, though. I'm going to guess Illusionary Wall and Lyre. Boss ahead? No, apparently not. Let's go see how much it's... Let's go see the damage. This equipment bill is gonna suck! Expectation, nothing's more stylish than the Xanthos set. Oh, let's see what it is. Let's see the damage.
I knew.
Yep. Simultaneously bad and not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, the Ring of the Evil Eye was... Like, that's where the real damage was the rings. But... You're off to bed? Okay, of course. Thank you for stopping by and talking. I will probably not be going much longer myself, as it is 3 a.m. here. And I have to be up for work. Sooner than later. But I'm enjoying playing Dark Souls, so... Naturally... Here's where we are. Here we have the Darkest of Souls. Okay. Glad we had enough to like repair all of our stuff exactly. See how many souls we got. It's a 5,000, not bad. That's an 8,000, not bad. One Titanite chunk sword, that's easy enough to get.
Don't waste my...
How much do I get from it? Quite a lot, to be honest.
What?
We're gonna go sell stuff at Gollum. And then to come back and do some more improving. Let's do a little bit of an upgrade here first, though,
You've
before I
been
think about it.
well.
Because you have... Need another one of these.
Visit me again, whenever you.
Now it's a plus 10 witching staff, I believe. Yep. Where's the Door of Pharaohs? There it is. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Ba-ba-dum bum bum. Ba-da-dum bum bum. Bum ba-ba-dum bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay, we're not gonna use Dragon's Tooth. It is great. Sadly, we're still not gonna use it. We aren't gonna use these. We aren't gonna use two of those, so. We aren't going to be using any of those. Or, to be fair, one of any of those either, so might as well sell them. Here's part of where things can get interesting. No, actually, I'll hold on to those. Here's where the other ones were. I'm just not going to use them. So may as well sell them. Because we can farm them in the Dark Rifts anytime we need them. Travel to Majula? Do I want to travel to Majula? Seems like a decent place to travel. Arguably. I do need to travel to Majula because I actually have some upgrades I want to do. That's right.
You've been well.
Want to buy one Twinkling Titanite?
Visit me again, whenever you.
Want to reinforce the rapier.
I'll be around if you make it back.
That gets us a Chaos Rapier plus 5, which isn't great, but it is better than what we had when it was a plus 4. These, on the other hand, are just a simple matter of reinforcing. We would need another 5 Titanite chunk, large piece of Titanite, which I know you sell, but they're expensive. Yeah, it's more than we can
No
afford.
interest.
It'd be 1,250. Okay. What to do? Tune spells, maybe? Hell clears blocks the spells of nearby casters. Profound Still is a phenomenally dangerous skill in terms of PvP. Let's go see what we have in here. Actually, what time is it? I probably should wrap up here, actually. I am still here. I'm just thinking about needing to wrap up. But I kind of want to test out my weapons a little bit. So... Here, we'll do that for now. Could use another attunement slot, but what's he doing? Why isn't he attacking? A little bit paranoid of him, to be honest. Don't know what he's doing. We're off for jumping. Looks like a lot of people jumping off the edge there, I guess. And they're not doing anything overtly hostile. They're sure making me paranoid. You're sure making me paranoid. I'm not sure if that's your point. Assuming someone put false wall that's now disappeared. The liar remained. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? Dark. I'm just gonna say dark. How are you doing? Don't recognize your name, and if you've been here before, I do apologize. I'm a little bit terrible with names, actually. Two streamer. got me. Wolf? Was that you? No, I didn't think so. I think it was an NPC, but sometimes, sometimes you get people pop in chat who invade you. So, it was just a little bit of a coincidence of timing. It's like, I didn't think that was you, but thought I'd ask. How are you doing tonight? Probably not going to be going for much longer. It's getting pretty late here. It's like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Excuse me. A little bit of an upset stomach, to be honest, but we're doing good. Okay. Do you want to continue the DLC? I am actually going to be off pretty soon, otherwise I would say yes. I have work tomorrow. So I need to be more responsible than I am. Oh! Did I just lose connection? Am I still streaming? Okay. Well, we just lost connection to Steam, of all things. Planning on wrapping up soon anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. You still hear me? Yeah. I think we just lost connection to the Dark Souls servers, it seems. Like maybe like there's some kind of Steam update or something. Weren't all of these guys hostile? It's over. I have the high ground. It actually is. High ground's important, y'all. Not until one of them or take the egg or attack the dragon. Okay. So as long as they don't take the egg or anything, they're friendly. I got it. Am I allowed to go in here? Have their one champion. Okay. And that was the guy I just killed, wasn't it? Oh, I think we're actually going to wrap up here, to be honest, then. I got the Ashen Mist key. You scared me. Thought he was going to get ready to, like, smack me or something. I was like, no, please. Yep. I'll probably be streaming this again. Not, like, tonight, but tomorrow night. Well, like, tonight. No, tonight, actually. Monday night. That's what I'm trying to say. So, if you want to continue this today, tomorrow, we can. And apparently I'm still going because I have no self-control. Is this a bad thing? Should I not go in here? I opened it. Apparently we're fighting someone. Where is he is the question. Oh, there's the dragon egg. Can I leave the dragon egg here? I don't need to take the dragon egg, do I? I'm gonna actually just wrap up here. Right here in this room, and we will consider what we do with the dragon egg next stream. Let's see if we can find ourselves a good raid target. Who do we got? Ghost Techie. We'll raid a Ghost Techie. Playing some Dying Light. Anyway, in the meantime, I do appreciate all of you for joining us today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night. I'm going to get some rest. I hope you get some rest too, so that tomorrow might be a wonderful day for all of us. I do really appreciate your time being here. I know real life can suck sometimes, but real life is more important as well. But I do appreciate the time that you were here. I'm going to be heading to bed as soon as I probably raid, but again, I do really appreciate everyone being back here. I love all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Good night.